Hello, good afternoon guys. This video is to explain what you have to do and what I have that you check in your English activity. Okay, so let's go with the next. Here, okay, I wanted you to review the future perfect tense. So remember what is the structure that we are using here. You can use the auxiliary will, made, or you can use going to plus have. It doesn't matter if you have a singular pronoun as he, she, or it. You need to use have plus the past participle. Okay, remember that you are studying all that verbs during all your English classes since you were in third grade maybe. Okay, so you need to remember this structure. Check here that in the question you need to start with the auxiliary first. Will plus then the subject, then have, then the verb in the past participle form, and the complement, and you need to add the question mark. Okay, it's different between a sentence because all the sentence begins with subject, the auxiliary, then have, the verb in the past participle form, and the complement. So in this exercise 3 I wanted to check because some of you were wrong in this exercise. So I need that you check in your notebook if you have some mistakes. You can make the corrections. Check here. That sentence is wrong. He finished his work at 7 o'clock. Okay, it said the instructions say that you need to correct to the future perfect tense. So here I put in color red the things that you are going to change. In this case, finish is incorrect because that is incorrect. If that sentence were in the present, in the simple present, that is wrong because you need to add an S here. But in this exercise, we are talking about the future perfect tense. So here, you are going to write the subject, he, then the auxiliary will, have, and this verb in the past participle form, that is finished with ed, and you continue writing the complement. Okay, in the number 2, we are late. The field started when we arrive. Okay, that sentence is wrong, so you need to correct that sentence and you need to write we are late, comma, the film, the auxiliary, remember it can be will, made, or going to, have, and the verb that is start but in past participle, that is started when we arrive. Then it's the same with the next sentence. Next month my sister go to study to Cambridge. Okay, the sentence is wrong. If that word in present is wrong. So but because we are talking about future perfect tense here, you need to add next month my sister will have, and the past participle of go is gone. Next month my sister will have gone to study to Cambridge. Okay, check the number 4. That is a question. When you start your work. Okay, so here remember that in the question, if we don't have a yes no question, you start all the question with a WH word. That in this case is when. Then you need to add the auxiliary when will. Okay, because remember it's different. Okay, because remember it's different. That is not the same as sentence as a question. So here check that we have first, you have first the subject, then the auxiliary, then the auxiliary, then have, and the verb with the present perfect tense. So here, that is the structure of a sentence, but in a question, you are going to start with a WH question, that is in this case is when, you're talking about time, cuando, then the auxiliary, okay, so here you're going to modify in the questions, okay, so here you need to tell me when will, okay, that is the auxiliary, will, then the subject, so you interchange, you make a switch with that word. When will you have start you work, okay, that verb is going to be in the present, in the past participle tense, okay, and the question mark. Okay, check the example that we have here. In the number 10, she not read the novel in a month, okay, that is a question. If you are talking in negative, you can write won't, because first is the auxiliary. Here is a yes no question, aquí es una pregunta de sí y de no, so you need to write won't, then the subject, that is she, have, and the verb in the past participle, that is read, and read is an irregular verb. So here is the same. Won't she have read the novel in a month? Question mark. Or in this case, if you don't want to use the contraction form, you can write will she not have read the novel in a month, but I prefer that you use this, okay? So that information is because I wanted you to review and still practicing with this future perfect tense, okay? Make the corrections and check with the sentence that you were wrong. So many of you need to make that correction. If you don't have the corrections, okay, that's correct. Just review the structure of this topic. Then for the next activity, unscramble the technology words. Okay, so I'm going to give you these words for this exercise. And the first picture, you have a cell with a, maybe that is an arm of a robot. So the word is nano robot. The number 2, you have something related with the tools that you use to do a special work. So here we are talking about a machine. The number 3, he is doing an analysis, okay? That word is analyze. So here in the number 4, we have dental implant. And in the number 5 is a man working in an assembly line. Okay, so let's continue with the next activity. Okay, so here you're going to edit. You can copy in your notebook. So let's read the text. It says, "An amazing future is on the horizon" by Alex Martinez. By the end of this decade, amazing events will have. Okay, you need to choose one of these options. Will have, you need a verb in the past participle. So the correct option is change. Okay, let's continue with the number 2. It's a okay, here amazing events will have changed science and technology. Let's start with medicine. Our research results tell us that Pharmacorp. Okay, what is the word here to complete? Pharmacorp tested the first nanorobots. Okay, so here you're missing the auxiliary and the word have. So the correct answer here is going to be will have. For the number 3, let's continue. The first nanorobots in humans. This forward-thinking company will also employ artificial intelligence robots to perform simple medical procedures. Okay, so here in the number 3, will also, you have the verb, so what is the missing word? Yes, that's correct. The missing word is have. Number 4, the car industry will keep innovating. Falcon cars presented their flying cars prototype before the end of next year. Okay, so here you have the verb, you have the subject here, Falcon cars, and you have the verb in the past participle. So here, what is missing? What are the missing words for number 4? For number 4, you need to add will have. Okay, let's continue on to number 5. Although company began mass producing them for a few years yet, we expect that it will happen sometimes in the next decade. Okay, so here we have the subject, and also we have the verb in the past participle form. So here, according to the context, the correct option is won't have. Okay, so let's continue with number 6. Astro Robotic Inc. assure us that they will have sold. Okay, so here you underline have sold over 10 million automated campaigning robots by the end of this year. Prepare yourself. We may all have a robotic friend by our side quite soon. What else made we? Okay, what is the word to complete? We have the auxiliary, and that is a question. You have the auxiliary first, then you have the subject, so you need to add have achieved. Okay, so have achieved by the end of this decade. If you hear about something interesting, send me a tweet. Okay, tag or the correct answer for this exercise number 2. Then you continue checking here in the exercise number 3. Find and write future perfect sentences. You can only move vertically, horizontally, or diagonally between each. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the sentence, and I wanted you put match with a line, or you can paint with a color with the marker. Pay attention here. The correct sentence is they will have taken the test by noon. Okay, in the next chart, Rose will have gone to bed by 9. In the next one, this is going to have graduated by next year. In the chart, I may not have left school by 4. The next one, will you have finished this exercise in an hour? And the last one, what will we have learned